Assalamualaikum, my name is Ashraf. Today, we would like to talk about electric vehicle or EV. Electric vehicle are vehicles that use electricity instead of use petrol or diesel to operate. In recent years, EV have become more popular around the world because they help reduce air pollution and carbon emissions. This is important as transportation is one of the main causes of environmental pollution. In Malaysia, the government is encouraging of use of electric vehicle as part of the effort to create a cleaner and more sustainable transport system. Several policies and plans have been introduced to support EV adoption, including the development of charging infrastructure and incentive for EV users. However, the growth of EV in Malaysia also comes with challenges such as limited charging station, high cost, and lack of public awareness. In this presentation, I will explain about background of EV, the current status in Malaysia, and the technological aspect related to EV charging infrastructure. First, we go to background. Electric vehicles, also known as EV, are becoming more important in Malaysia because they help reduce air pollution and protect the environment. The use of EV support cleaner transportation and help reduce carbon emission from petrol and diesel vehicles. In Malaysia, the government encouraged the user of EV through several policy and long-term plans. These plans aim to modernize the transport system and reduce environmental damage. By promoting EV, Malaysia hopes to build a more sustainable and eco-friendly transport system for the future. First, we go to background. Electric vehicles, also known as EV, are becoming more important in Malaysia because they help reduce air pollution and protect the environment. The use of EV support cleaner transportation and help reduce carbon emission from petrol and diesel vehicles. In Malaysia, the government encouraged the user of EV through several policy and long-term plans. These plans aim to modernize the transport system and reduce environmental damage. By promoting EV, Malaysia hopes to build a more sustainable and eco-friendly transport system for the future. Next, we go to current status. At the moment, the number of electric vehicle users in Malaysia is slowly increasing. We can see more EV on the road, and more public charging stations are being installed across the country. Most of charging stations are located in urban areas such as Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, and along major highway. However, the number of charging stations is still not enough to meet the national target. Rural areas and smaller towns still have limited access to charging facilities. Because of this, some people are worried about running out of battery while driving a long distance. This challenge can slow down the adoption of EV among the public.
Hello everyone, before I start my present, let me introduce myself. I'm Adil Hafiz and my number metric 2024776687. Today, I will talk about the technology inside electric vehicles. Do you know I have two main parts I want to explain? The battery and the electric motor. First, the battery is the most important and expensive part of an EV. Today, batteries can store more energy and so the car can drive longer. In the future, we will have solid-state batteries. These are better because they can give more energy, charge faster, and are safer than today's batteries. Second, the electric motor and drivetrain. Electric motors are very efficient. They can change about 77% of electricity into movement, but gasoline engines only change 12 to 30%, so EVs use energy better. Also, electric motors give instant torque. This means the car can move fast from zero. The motor has a simple design with fewer moving parts. This means less maintenance and longer life. EVs also use regenerative braking. When you brake, the car saves energy and puts it back into the battery. So, EVs are not only clean, but also smart and efficient in how they work. Now, let's look at the electric vehicle ecosystem and how it's growing fast. There are three important reasons why EVs are becoming more popular. First, battery technology is improving. Now, batteries can store more energy, so EVs can drive longer distances. Charging is also faster, and the cost of batteries is going down. Lithium-ion batteries are the most common, and they are getting better every year. Second, charging stations are increasing. Before, people were scared to use EVs because they worried about running out of battery. But now, more public and private companies are building charging stations. This makes it easier and more convenient to use EVs. And third, the price of EVs is going down. As more companies produce EVs and technology improves, the cost becomes cheaper. This helps more people to buy EVs, not just rich people. So EVs are now more affordable and attractive to many consumers. In conclusion, in this slide, better batteries, more charging stations, and cheaper prices are helping EVs become a good choice for the future. Lastly, from me, let's compare two types of electric vehicles: hybrid electric vehicles and fuel cell electric vehicles. Hybrid electric vehicles, or HEVs, use both a gasoline engine and an electric motor, but you cannot charge them from outside. The battery is charged when you brake or when the engine is running. HEVs are good because they use less fuel and produce less pollution than normal cars. Fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEVs, use hydrogen to make electricity. This electricity powers the motor. The only thing they release is water vapor, so they are very clean. FCEVs are good for the environment, but they need hydrogen stations, which are not common yet. So HEVs are mix of old and new technology, while FCEVs are a clean and feature option. Both have benefits and they help reduce pollution. That's all from me. Now I will pass to my friend to continue.
On this slide, I will explain the positive impact of electric vehicle on different stakeholder groups. First, for government agencies, electric vehicle help the government achieve national sustainability and environmental goals. EVs reduce air pollution and carbon emissions, which supports green policies. They also make transportation system more efficient and modern. Next, for transport operators, electric vehicles help improve service reliability, which is operator can save money in the long term because EVs have lower fuel and maintenance costs compared to traditional vehicles. This allows companies to operate more efficiently. For passengers or consumers, electric vehicles provide a better travel experience. EVs are quieter, smoother, and often supported by digital system, making travel more comfortable and convenient. Lastly, environmental group benefit the most because EVs reduce carbon emissions and lower dependence on fossil fuels.
This helps protect to the environment and supports long-term environmental sustainability. For negative impact of electric vehicle, on this slide, I will discuss the negative impact of electric vehicles on stakeholders. For government agencies, implementing EV technology can be expensive. Governments need to invest in charging infrastructure and monitoring systems, and also it can be difficult to update policies quickly due to fast technological changes. For transport operators, the main challenge is the high initial cost. Buying electric vehicle and setting up charging stations require large investment. Workers also need retraining, and there is some risk when adopting new technology. For passengers or consumers, some people may find it hard to adapt to new technology. In addition, transport fares may increase because companies need to cover the cost of EV implementation. Finally, for environmental groups, poor implementation can reduce environmental benefits. Battery waste and disposal can also harm the environment if not managed properly.
I will explain the challenges and opportunity in the adoption of electric vehicle or EVs in Malaysia. First, let's look at the critical challenges. One major challenge is the infrastructure gap. Currently, charging stations are still limited, especially outside major cities. This leads to the second issue, which is range anxiety. Many people worry that their EV battery will run out before they can find a charging station. Yes, it's rural stagnation. Most EV facilities are concentrated in urban areas, while rural areas are left behind. This makes EV adoption uneven across the country. Another challenge is high financial barriers. EV are still expensive and the high initial cost discourages many consumers from switching from conventional vehicles. However, despite these challenges, there are also many opportunities. One opportunity is the improvement in model availability. Although choices are currently limited, more EV models are slowly entering the Malaysian market. In addition, the government has introduced a supportive policy framework which help guide the growth of EV adoption. Malaysia Low Carbon Mobility Blueprint also plays an important role. It supports sustainable transportation and encourages the use of low-emission vehicles. Lastly, government incentives such as tax exemptions and subsidy have reduced the cost burden for consumers and make EVs more attractive. Now, let's go to EV solution. EV solution refers to the use electric vehicle together with supporting systems such as charging infrastructure and renewable energy. The main purpose of this solution is to reduce pollution, lower carbon emission, and create a more sustainable transportation system for the future. First, industry collaboration plays an important role. The government and private companies need to work together to build more charging stations and improve EV technology. This cooperation can reduce costs, improve efficiency, and make EVs more accessible to the public. Next, we need to address environmental paradox. Although EV are cleaner electricity generation, may still rely on fossil fuels. Therefore, it's important to increase the use of renewable energy such as solar and wind power to ensure EV are truly environmentally friendly. Another key point is strengthening the ecosystem. This includes improving charging infrastructure, maintenance services, and supply chains. A strong ecosystem will increase user confidence and encourage more people to switch to electric vehicles. Lastly, public awareness and education are very important. The public needs to understand the benefit of EVs, such as lower fuel costs and reduced pollution. Education campaigns can help change mindset and support sustainable transportation. Thank you.
Lastly, we go to conclusion. In conclusion, electric vehicles play an important role in helping Malaysia to reduce air pollution and move toward a more sustainable transport system. The government has taken positive steps by introducing policies and plans to support the growth of EV and charging infrastructure. Although the use of EV in Malaysia is increasing, there are still challenges
such as limited charger station, high cost, and concern about battery life and charging time. This issue need to be addressed to encourage more people to switch to electric vehicle. Therefore, strong cooperation between the government, private company, utility provider, and the public is very important. With better planning, improved charging facilities, greater use of renewable energy, and increased public awareness, electric vehicle can become more widely used in Malaysia. Overall, EV have great potential to create a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future for transportation in Malaysia. That's all from our group. Thank you.